intro was too.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't it just Yo Bros?
Yeah, I think it's yo. This is the all channel.
No, I'm 100% certain it's not that.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, you're bad.
Shut up.
Hello. Gosh, damn it.
You suck.
I know. We need like a legit intro, dude. All right, let's just go with what's up, bros.
Okay.
Keep it simple, basic, and whatnot. So you intro.
Yo, what's up, bros?
You just ruined it.
I thought that's what it was.
No, not yo, what's up, all you bros.
My bad.
We're not freaking gangsters.
Sorry.
No, it's just yo, what up, bros.
Yo, what up, bros?
No, not even yo. Why am I saying yo? It's
you
just
suck.
what up, bros.
Just
That's
what
our intro from now on. It's just
Okay.
what up, bros.
Okay, what up, bros? It sounded like I said bros, not bros. My bad.
Anyway,
Okay,
what up, bros? I'm doing it. Take over.
All right.
What? What up, bros? This is the third official episode of the All Bros podcast. I am Caleb Albers.
And I'm John Rose.
We are two aspiring filmmakers hoping to make it big someday and get our stories out there that we want to make and release. We want to give the public something good to watch. And hopefully we do that. This week, we had Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that fun stuff. Rose has a couple stories from Black Friday, and I have a couple of my own, not nearly as interesting.
Mine aren't really that interesting either, though.
Yeah, but you actually got stuff
That's true.
for yourself.
It's been a shit.
Yeah, I spent a shit ton of money, but I wasn't the one swiping the card.
Oh, okay. I get you now.
Love you, missus. Yeah, so we'll talk about that for a little bit. Then we will get into the pop figure that Rose finally found and bought. Just a couple things that were released on YouTube within the past week. And then we'll go over, really quickly, we won't cover it too much, Murder on the Orient Express. Me, Rose, and Brielle went to go see that last weekend. Then at the end, we're going to talk about Justice League. And then finally, we're just going to close up with when we are actually going to release the 2 video projects that we have made. So, without further ado, Rose, what was your Black Friday?
It was good. I think there was actually a lot better deals this year than last year, especially from Best Buy. Best Buy was definitely this year. Target was pretty good. I did find some good stuff there. Walmart, I feel, was the worst of them all. I don't thought, but no, I bought one thing from a video game. It was Injustice 2.
That's surprising, dude.
Yes, I know. It was so sad. I was thinking of getting A Dog's Purpose because that was $5.99, but by the time I went back to go get it, it was gone. Whatever. Like I said, Best Buy was really where I was at. They had a lot of good 4K movies, between $10 and $15, which was such an amazing deal. The only 4Ks I got was War for the Planet of the Apes because I got to represent favorite movie of 2017.
Is it still at the top of your list?
Yes, it is.
Even after Thor Ragnarok and Murder on the Orient Express?
Yeah, it's still number one.
Be damned.
I don't think it'd be not even Star Wars.
You don't know. You haven't seen Star Wars
I know,
yet.
but still. But War for the Planet of the Apes, so damn good.
Okay, fair enough.
No, great, not just good. And then the other 4K that I picked up was Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard some mixed opinions. Biggest, I think, plus I've heard is that it's better than the 4th one, which I pronounced Strange Tide.
Yep, that is not a hard bar to beat.
Okay, not bad, huh?
Have you seen it?
I haven't yet.
On Stranger Tide was good, but it kind of not really ignored all the previous ones. It just didn't touch up on them at all.
Okay.
Like, you heard nothing of Will Turner or Elizabeth Swann. You didn't hear anything from them. It just covered like Jack Sparrow's story with Blackbeard.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of lame.
But I couldn't turn down a $15, so I got it. And then I just got a couple random Blu-rays. I got like Girls Trip, Rough Night. Got a lot of chick flicks.
A few.
Going in Style. I know it's shit, but I picked up the Diary of a Kid.
Dude.
For $6. I have the first 3. I need the whole collection. It was only $6. That's all it's worth.
Have you watched it?
Yes.
Your
twice.
eyes are impure.
Yeah, I know they are.
The hell, Rose.
Okay, the only the only good thing I can say about that movie is I think the kid that they played, Greg, actually did a good job. Leading up to, oh my gosh, I can't think of it. Stepping into Zachary Gordon's shoes, because he did a great Guthrie.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did the best that he did. I think he did a good job. The rest of the cast sucked ass.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, especially
And
Charlie Wright as Roderick. Oh my goodness, don't get me started on that.
Yeah. Anyway, dude, that was just a terrible movie.
Yes, I bought it.
I'm trying to think of the actress's name that played the mom.
Alicia Silverstone.
Alicia Silverstone, yeah.
Sorry. That girl
Are you-
herself.
Dude, she was talking about wanting to redeem herself as Batgirl in the next Batgirl movie, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, right.
No.
Hell no. Sorry, it's not gonna happen, Chica.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Yes.
She's old.
And she
Batgirl's
sucked
supposed to-
as Batgirl.
Yeah, she was pretty bad.
Yeah, not just pretty bad, just bad.
It wasn't even funny how bad she
yeah,
was.
right. Seriously. And then I also picked up Baby Driver, which was only $6.99. Amazing. Can't wait to watch that. I've seen
I
that.
haven't seen it yet either. So
and then-
send me the code of that.
Yeah. And then I know Caleb actually liked it, so that's why I picked it up. And Idris Elba, so I picked it up at Dark Hour Bucks.
That one's really good too.
Okay.
I
it'll
didn't
be a
think
good
I'd
one
like
to
it,
buy.
but it was a pretty solid story.
Okay.
There was a couple things that it left kind of unanswered
Yeah.
because it kind of made the well, I think what you can get out of it is that the gunslinger, Idris Elba plays the gunslinger, but they kind of play the gunslinger character as a race.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that was kind of like, oh, are you guys like a race, or are you guys like do you train to become a gunslinger, or it mostly felt like a race,
Yeah.
which was super weird.
Oh, is it worth it?
I think it was worth $10.
Okay. And then
I mean, maybe it's a couple dollars too expensive, but it's
I
solid
could have
enough.
paid $15 for the 4K, but I didn't. I don't know if I'm gonna. And then the last thing I got from Best Buy was Watch. That was $9. I feel that movie got way too much hate. I liked that a lot. I thought it was funny.
You need to send me the code of that.
Hey, you haven't watched it yet?
No, I have
Okay,
not.
it's pretty funny. I feel it got way too much shit.
Did you? I think it's getting shit from like older critics that
Yeah.
grew up on the
That's
original
true, but
Baywatch.
I think it's like a solid like C+ movie. It's like I just think it's a fun.
That's a little.
Okay, C+. C+,
Okay.
C.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, C+, C. That's what I'm in. It's just a fun comedy. And then probably so my only pickup target was something that I was so excited for the blockbuster, and it was the Stranger Things season 1 box set. Basically, it's a Target exclusive. It looks like a VHS.
Dude.
Yes, and
That's awesome.
because of the Blu-ray and the DVD, and I was willing to shell out the $25 for it, but I'm so glad I held off and waited and got it for $10. I was so happy.
So the box cover, it looks like a VHS.
Yes, so
Dude, I think they missed an opportunity.
no, it's actually shaped like a VHS.
No, I get
Oh,
that.
sorry.
What I think they missed an opportunity to like have it look like a VHS, the cover that you open, and then put it in a slip cover to be like an actual VHS. That would have been cool.
But the way that it was great, because like it's so you slide it out and it looks like an actual VHS tape. It even says with a little sticker, "Be kind, rewind" on it. It's so awesome. And then so it's just like a flap opens, and then your Blu-rays, you get your DVDs, and then you get a poster. It's pretty dope. Yes, I'm using that.
AF?
Yeah, dope AF.
Most people just say AF.
Oh, dope AF. I'm using that.
Can you grab me my notepad real quick? It's like, oh, never mind.
Shit.
I'll grab it later.
Okay.
It just had our scores for reference fails,
Oh,
which I'm going to just do it on a notepad from now on.
I like this idea.
Let's see.
Where were we at?
That's a good question. I know since the past couple, you've gotten. I think it's about tied. I think you're like one ahead, maybe.
Woot.
That's not a good thing.
Oh
By
yeah,
the
shit,
golf
it's not.
rules.
Oh shit, damn it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm.
I will not lose. I will not owe you a phone call. I cannot do that.
Yeah, well, you only have this weekend to make that point up. I'll
Shit.
count the fail for the Alicia Silverstone thing.
Yay. So we're tied again?
Yeah, I think we're tied. So
Okay.
hopefully you don't make any more screw ups.
I don't think I will.
But
it's
if we do
tied-
tie, remember we have to do a movie quote quiz,
Oh yeah.
which I still have yet to find an app for that. So yeah, so I'll find one by next time we record,
Cool.
which we'll set up some up later.
So how was your one?
Freaking terrible. Well,
I thought.
so it started off Thursday night on Thanksgiving. We went around 6 o'clock to the outlet, and we were in Park City. So
We're already asking for trouble.
yeah, right. So we were walking around, and there was one store. There was only like driving around. The only reason I agreed to go was because I wanted to stop at one store, and guess which store we didn't get to?
But
The one I wanted to go
what
to.
was that?
It was like a toy store, not like a toy store. It was like sell like a toys and games and stuff. And I wanted to pick up Clue. like the board game.
Can't you find it cheaper since this had?
I don't know. I didn't know if there was.
No offense, dude. I'm sure like Target or Walmart has sale, dude.
I know, but there wasn't a Walmart like super close to where we were.
Here's an idea. Wait.
Well, anyway, but it was like a Black Friday. That like I just wanted to find a cool board game to play.
That's fair.
Cause like all my cousins were there, my brothers. And it's just gave us something to do.
No, I got you.
Because we had, I bought one of those 3D crystal puzzles. Those things are hard.
Yeah,
They're redonkulous, dude.
I'll be sure to never do them.
Dude, I was barely able to get through them. So I got one that was like a treasure chest, and I opened all the pieces, and they're all clear. So I'm just like, well, shit. So I was like sitting there trying to figure it out. It took me like a solid 2 hours to figure it out.
Damn, dude.
And it was no joke. And then later my aunt went to Walmart and bought my cousins a Cinderella one. They have like Disney figures that you can make, and it's pretty cool. So with like Cinderella, you build her dress, and then it has her like the top of her body, and that are in more like a statuesque kind of look. It was really cool, but her dress was like super easy to put together. But what's like threw me off is there was like with the girls playing with them, they lost a couple pieces, and it was like in the middle of it. So I was like losing my freaking mind. I'm just like, this is horseshit. None of these pieces fit. Like they gave me an unfinished puzzle to do. Like I freaking hate my life. Like I was going mad, and then it took me a while to figure out. I'm like, okay, there's a piece that must be missing, and I went and found it in one of the couches, and then I was able to easily throw it back together.
That's good.
But that's like the shitty thing about the puzzles. You either start from the top or you start from the bottom and work your way up, or work your way down depending on how you do it. But with the Cinderella, you kind of have to work your way up because the bottom of the dress. Yeah. So
I don't like being pulled back, dude.
you just like having the
like freedom.
So you don't like puzzles, you like painting.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so after I was able to find those pieces, that was pretty fun. But that's what I wanted. I wanted either another puzzle to do or a game that we could play.
Good choice, though. For me.
Dude, Clue, I've never played Clue
What?
until this weekend. So, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
I've been missing out.
Yeah.
The only
Big
time
time.
the only time that I've ever played Clue was on my Game Boy Advance. I had one of their cartridges, and it was like a 4-in-1. It had Clue, Risk, I can't think of the other ones right now, just a couple other games. And I tried playing Clue every day, and I kept losing. I'm like, all right, well, forget this game. And then I tried playing Risk. I haven't played Risk either, so I need to learn how to play Risk too. That's what we need to do. We need to play Risk for like a date night.
I like it.
Yeah, or Clue, whichever. I freaking love Clue.
Right? Awesome.
You know, and it was like the day that we left, dude, that we started playing it.
Yeah.
So I was so mad. Like when we had to leave, I'm like, but Clue. And so that was kind of my Thursday night. We were just kind of hunting around, and I didn't get to go to the one store that I wanted to. The deals up there were pretty good. Old Navy had a half off your entire purchase deal. There was a lot of other stores that were doing like 40% off. The only store that I saw that didn't have a great deal was like the Levi's shop. It had like, if you buy 2 pair, you can get each of them for 30 instead of 40, and I'm like, guys are so dumb.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, it was.
Not at all.
Yeah, and then it was 40, and then what they had posted on their thing, it just said 40%, and then tiny little letters, so everyone's like flocking to that store. But it's 40% off belts.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, I don't need a belt. I need pants.
Horse shit.
Yeah. So, after that, we woke up on Friday, and then Brielle wanted to go back to the outlets, which I shouldn't have done. Should have told her no.
What you should have done is gone to Best Buy and Target.
There wasn't a Best Buy or Target up there.
Well, that's horseshit.
There's like a Smith's, legit.
That's gay.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
At least where we were staying, there was only the Smiths. So we went back to the outlets, and I dropped her off in front of Old Navy, and then I drove around trying to find a parking spot, which, lo and behold, didn't find one.
Yeah, dude, that sucks.
And dude, there was one time where I almost had one, and it was this dude that was pulling out, and I was like, thank you. And then some dude pulled in because he was pulling in, like, kind of cut, like, the dude was pulling out and kind of making, like, cutting me off. So, not like, so I was, like, in the right hand lane and he was pulling out to go the same way that I was.
Yeah, no, I
So the dude pulled out and, like, right next to me, and I wanted to get into that spot. I needed to kind of do a swing.
Yeah.
And there was a dude that was coming the opposite direction that swung into the parking space while I was waiting. I was like, "You bastard!" And I, like, yeah, and I, like, opened my window and I was cussing him out. I'm like, "You bitch!" I'm like, "I was waiting forever."
What was his response?
He was just like, "Sorry, you should have." Basically, you should have been quicker. And I'm like, "I'll kill you." I didn't find one. Then Brielle. Well, the only thing I'm glad is that I didn't find one, or I didn't find one like 5 seconds before Brielle like came out.
Yeah,
I would have freaking murdered someone. But yeah, so I was in traffic most of Friday, just kind of circling the parking lot over and over and over again. I got most of my money spent on stuff that I didn't want. And then me and Brielle went to Main Street in Park City and just kind of walked around up and down. And we tried to go to this Mexican restaurant, the Blue Iguana up there. Their Mexican food is their chips and salsa were shit. But their food's
Like,
pretty good.
Does shit or like shit?
Shit.
Okay.
But their food's on point.
That's
Usually. We got there at like 6, and we didn't get served at all. We got seated, and then they just kind of forgot about us. And then they were like seating bigger parties and all this other.
It's like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Blur.
And then we just decided to leave, and we're like, we'll pay for the chips. And they're like, no, you're good. And we're like, all right, fine. We weren't gonna pay for the chips. And then we left, and then I had already like filled up on chips and salsa while I was waiting. And I was like, can I get more chips? And then they like were like, oh, they charge for those. And I'm like, no. So we ended up just going picking up. We got some eaters, and I went to Smith's to pick up their sushi they make. Pretty good.
Very good.
Other than that, not a very eventful Black Friday.
But it was definitely better than this year.
So, what about that pop you got? Did you get that as a Black Friday deal?
No. So I ordered it.
Ah.
So I ordered the pop about 2 weeks ago, but it wasn't in stock yet. They told me it'd be in stock on November 16th, but then they delayed it again until November 23rd or something. So it finally came in stock, and so instead of like having to wait for like 7 days, they like overnighted that shit, which is awesome.
Noise.
So I opened it up because I ordered some other stuff just to get the free shipping. Because I also ordered Thor Ragnarok combo pop break vision. But so Pennywise was the only one that was actually bubble wrapped. Really funny. But his box was still damaged. Like there's dents on the sides of the box, but I really don't care because when I pull it out, I kind of see it. Like I didn't really exactly look. I unwrap the bubble wrap. I see the chase stick. I see the I think it's the sepia version. So I thought this thing was retired because the scene was cut from the movie, so they retired the chase. So I don't know if like maybe they bought it back because I think it did go down a little bit in value. I think it's now like $75. I didn't give a shit because I paid $11 for any chase.
So what's a chase?
So basically, alright, I'll school you on Funko Pop. So chase is basically Funko will send a certain character 6 in a box. 5 of them will be the regular common version of it. 1 will be a chase. Chase is basically like a variant of the common pop. So like with Pennywise, instead of being regular, he was like sepia. With like Tommy from Rugrats, you know how he has a blue shirt. The chase has a red shirt.
Okay. So
basically, you have a 1 in 6 chance of getting that pop. And so they get sent to the store 6 in a box, and usually it's very hard to find a chase in the store. Usually, at least I've never found a chase in the wild. But usually the best idea is to order a certain character. Order 6 of a certain character because usually the company will just send you the whole box, and then that way you're guaranteed a chase. And then you just return your 5 of those pops to. I mean, I don't know how that works. Like maybe if you order 6 and it ships in the regular box, you can't return it. No. I'd assume you could because that would be dumb. But yeah, so basically you have a 1 in 6 chance to get a chase.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
So now I just need to with the big guys because I still want them.
So do they do that with like the Hot Topic exclusives The same thing with those.
Yes, they do. At least I don't know if they've always done it or maybe they started it. Because the only chase Hot Topic I've seen is actually Krampus. Or how I say it. I can never realize which way you say it. Whatever.
Krampus.
Krampus. Okay. So
That's how I say it.
okay. So the Hot Topic exclusive Krampus is flocked. So you know it has fur.
Yeah.
But what annoys me is that it's black, whereas Krampus to me is brown. And so the regular common version of Krampus is brown. The flocked version of Hot Topic black. It annoys the hell out of me. So that's why I have mine. And it's 16-bit. No. But the chase of the Hot Topic exclusive white instead of it's a little bit cooler. But I heard
festive.
that's true. But yeah, I heard that one pretty good. Actually, I don't know if you ever heard that Justin watches movies on YouTube. Really? Okay, it's kind of a smaller channel, but he's a great channel. He was doing his Black Friday haul and talking about Hot Topic. He was looking at the Funko Pops and one of the work said, "Hey, are you a big Funko fanatic?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'd say so. Hey, take a look at this. He walks him over and he's like, "Here is a chase version of the Hot Topic exclusive Krampus. No one has picked it up today. Everyone has walked by this. I don't know how. I'd pick it up if I were you." So pick it up, but I don't know. I'm like, how do you people walk past the chase? Because you know how scalpers are. They little assholes and lick that shit.
So how valuable are like the Tommy with the red shirt?
I don't exactly know. It just depends on like what the demand is for it. If you want to keep off, that's another.
Well, I was just gonna say because I saw one of those in the Hot Topic once. Or the red shirt Tommy.
Ooh, that's
and
cool.
I was just no, I didn't because I was just like he wears a blue shirt, you dummies.
The
And then
original, like,
I know it like it showed blue on the box, so I was just like you guys are so dumb. And then I
yeah,
walked
he's not
past
worth
it,
that
like I was
much.
holding it, I was showing Braille, and then some dude was just like, "Oh, can I actually get that?" And I was like, "All right, here."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's kind of why I was
Okay.
asking.
It's worth $18. It's not bad.
Okay, so I'm not too bad.
Yeah,
about it.
no.
If it was like worth 70, I'd be like, yeah.
The regular Tommy's were $4.
That's sad.
That is very sad. Yeah.
That's a major jump from 18 and 4.
Yeah, I know, right?
4 to 18.
Yeah, he dipped in value. He's only worth $7 now, so I'm assuming he probably came up in.
Which one's Sepia?
Yeah, the chase version. But like I
So
said,
you didn't know that you that you were getting
no,
that one.
because I
thought you ordered it off eBay.
no, I ordered off Amazon.
Oh, Amazon.
So
okay.
basically, I technically had a one exchange in the chase, which I did. I was not expecting it. Like I said, I still want to get the regular last. But yeah, the box is like pretty beaten up. But like it's not like completely destroyed. But that's just the chase. And it's Pennywise. That was awesome.
That's pretty awesome. But speaking of it, the first 5 minutes of it was just released on YouTube.
Yes, I saw that.
That movie, dude, was insane.
You said the first time.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched it. So you actually was it like straight up from the beginning? Is it where Georgie is in the sewer?
So it doesn't show like all the opening credits and everything.
Oh,
it
okay.
shows Georgie getting the boat and putting on his coat and running out and everything. It shows all that, and then it gets to Pennywise in the sewer.
You actually see
The bite.
Yeah.
If anyone's a fan that hasn't seen
that's true.
it,
But you actually see the bite. You actually get to see his getting off.
I don't know. I kind of panicked first 3 minutes because I knew that was coming. But dude, overall, the movie was really not scary. Not like too scary.
It wasn't, and I was okay with that. But it's just, I think I forget his name.
Skarsgård.
No, the director Andy Muschietti, I think his name is. I just think it is a good.
Google it. Almost.
I want to. I swear it's Andy. I just feel like, yes, he changed a lot, like changing, instead of it taking place in the 60s, taking place in the 80s. I think that was actually a very good change. And just everything that he brought to it, I think is like probably one of Stephen King's hardest adaptations to do. I think
he did a really good job.
So
and it wasn't like overly scary, like that fight scene.
I had my mouth like just jaw dropped for like the next 5 minutes because I couldn't believe what I just saw. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was gonna be that graphic. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it was.
It was so less graphic in the original one with Tim
Well, yeah,
Curry.
all it did was show his teeth or his face, and then it's like blacked out.
Yeah, that was it.
But there was a lot of good scenes from that movie. There was a lot that I thought were going to be like super scary. Like Bill, that's his name. Bill Skarsgård was like terrifying every second he was on screen.
Right?
He did a really good job.
Amazing as Pennywise.
But I think the one thing that left me scarred for life was
the dance, right?
Dance?
Yeah.
Okay, besides the dance. Dude, that dance gets so messed up, or gets such a bad rap.
I still laugh though when they do the Gangnam Style.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
so
that
funny.
was...
It's so perfect.
They did like a compilation of like songs that work with that dance.
Dude, they've done like guy did like Pennywise dance to anything. I think he like must have like I didn't know that. It's like damn, dude.
But yeah, that dance was pretty messed up. No, I was talking about the projector scene.
Oh yeah, that was pretty disturbing.
Dude, I watched as many jump scare scenes as I could from like on YouTube before we went to go see the movie. I watched.
Shit.
No joke. I watched that one like 7 times.
Seriously?
And each time I was like, I stopped jumping around this fifth,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I think I got this. I think I got
It's
this.
the
And then
what's the speakers in the movie, right? That's what they added to it. And just
that
'cause it's-
that and Bronson's friend,
Oh yeah.
when he jumped, I freaking lost it. I was like, okay, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and then he jumped. I'm like, ah! But that terrified me to my core. I know, shut
Come
up.
on.
That's what I have to do with most horror movies.
See.
Don't bite me.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. We also got The Incredibles 2 teaser.
Yes.
Dude, about freaking
I
time.
know. I think that was announced as the most viewed animated trailer of all time.
I believe
That's
it.
what they
I've watched it a
It's
few
so
times.
simple, but it's so effective. And I like how it takes place like literally right after the. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Bob sounds a lot older. Like there's a, you can totally tell there's a difference in his voice.
Yeah, but I mean, God, I forget his name. But you can tell he's like trying to be as close as he can to when he was in youngin' days.
Yeah. They kind of did the same thing with Finding Nemo. They kind of released a sequel, and it was like supposed to be really short after.
That's true.
After Finding Dory was.
Finding
And
Dory was
Finding
amazing.
Dory was amazing. Yeah, I had no complaints about that movie.
Nope.
It was just a really good nostalgia film,
I'm
at
just
least for me.
interested to see how the voices, because you know they had to change voices of Violet and Dash. Interested to see like how close they sound.
I think it's something that you just don't watch the first one before going to see this.
That's
one.
how it kind of felt with like Finding Dory. I'm like, that's not Nemo. That's not Nemo.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it was a different kid.
I don't know.
You can.
I couldn't tell.
Okay, watch Finding Nemo and then watch Finding Dory. You can totally tell the differences in voice.
Did you watch Finding Nemo before you went to go see Finding Dory?
No, but I've seen Finding Nemo so many times in my life that the voices like or whatever
Fair
word I'm
enough.
searching for. That basically like I can tell that like I know the kid is trying and I respect that like he sounds pretty damn close. He still did a great job.
Yeah. Well, I went into Finding Dory not having seen Finding Nemo for maybe a solid like 5 years.
Damn,
It's
dude.
been a while.
Dude, that's one of my favorite summer movies. So I can't even come out.
Incredibles is this has been a long coming sequel, and
Hell, we got a video game sequel. For
I
the actual
know!
movie sequel.
not even a good video game sequel.
What? I liked Rise of the Underminer.
It was alright. It wasn't great. Disney.
They tried.
They did try. Their video games got better after Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 was a pretty
Yeah.
solid game. They still need work. But yeah, dude, I've been waiting for this sequel for a really long
I
ass
know.
time.
That's how it was with Toy Story 13. But I feel I've waited a lot. And I have waited a lot longer.
Everyone's
So
waited longer.
yeah, that's true. So I don't know, like, because I still remember actually going to see the Incredibles in my grandma. Literally, the line stretched out to them. There were like sold out shows left, and everyone seeing those.
It kind of makes you glad for science seating now, right?
Yeah, seriously though. Yeah, some makes you glad for like how you can design all that things.
Yeah, that would suck. Modern advances do make our life so much better.
You gotta charge you like $2.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It's horseshit.
What Brielle does, she bought a gift card,
Yeah.
like a rechargeable one, so she just puts money on the gift card and then buys it. They don't charge tax.
Smart.
Right?
To do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's smart.
Dude, I'd be paying the ass for movie tickets if I didn't have her. But yeah, I'm super excited to see where they take this one. I think it would have been cool to bring back the original voice actors, like all of them, and then just kind of age them in The Incredibles.
Yeah, that would been cool.
I
I
mean-
trust Brad Bird.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll
I think it'll turn
We'll
out.
have an incredible story. I'm horrible at these puns.
Gosh, maybe we should just start doing pun fails, not reference fails.
Yeah, okay. Those don't count. Starting now.
No, we're not doing
Okay.
pun fails. We're just gonna you just get to live with the shame of that pun. But speaking of sequels, we got a teaser for. It wasn't even really a teaser. It was just kind of a short 6-second clip of
Yeah.
Jurassic World.
Just
2.
Chris Pratt petting a dinosaur. That's all we got.
An adorable dinosaur.
Yeah, but I'll take it.
Yeah. The first one was awesome. I loved the first Jurassic
I
World.
agree. I think Jurassic Park's like a very hard franchise to bring back, especially awful Jurassic Park. I hate it. I like Jurassic Park 2, the
Lost World.
Yes, some people crap on that. I think it's actually really good. But the third one's awful, in my opinion.
Dude, the only thing that I have against it all, like the whole Jurassic World thing, the first one made sense. Like, if we could make a park with dinosaurs in it, everyone and their mother would want to go see it.
Yeah.
That makes sense, and if they all escaped. But what gets me is, when, like, with Jurassic World, like, the Lost World made sense, too, that they're just kind of like, oh, we'll do a little trip over this way, or so you can go see the dinosaurs and whatnot. You knew something was going wrong there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Jurassic Park 3 didn't need to happen.
No, it didn't.
At all.
I
But
would've
Jurassic
liked
World, it's like, didn't you learn your lesson the first time?
Well, yeah, but and also when she's like, people just don't give a shit about dinosaurs anymore. I don't care if I've seen a dinosaur 50 times, I'm still gonna be in awe at seeing a dinosaur up close.
Dude, I'm that way with elephants.
Yes, thank you. It's a dinosaur.
It's like, oh, no one gives a shit about a extinct species.
Yeah. So we have to make our own. Yeah, no, sorry. I'd hate to tell you, but I don't think anyone would ever get tired of seeing a dino up close and never.
Yeah.
It's too jaw-dropping to see that kind of stuff.
Dude, my mind would be blown to see the hologram of a dinosaur.
Right? Yeah.
Like, if they just had a Jurassic Park of holograms, I'd be all in.
But the way the park is established was like great. Like how, I loved how they had that like little kiddie section that had like the holograms of like how they would teach you about the dinosaurs they had, where you could dig up fossils and everything. The park building was great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
The park setup was spot on.
Yeah.
It was just when they got into the genetic
Modification.
genetic modifying
They
of
kinda
the
lost it a
yeah.
little.
Because no,
I
when does genetic modification ever go well?
Yeah. And what dinosaurs did they combine?
A T-Rex or for the Abdominus.
Yeah, Indominus. Right?
Dude, they mixed. I know they had a T-Rex in there and a couple others,
If
and
I-
then they just combined all of the like DNA of all these other species of normal animal that we have today and turn into a freaking super mutant.
I feel if you were to create your own dinosaur, I think you want to combine a T-Rex and a pterodactyl. Nothing is scarier than a T-Rex that can fly.
That's fair. Except a spider that can fly.
That's very true. But that would be like the scariest shit I've ever seen. Just seeing a Tyrannosaurus Rex flying. Because there's no
Oh my
way you're
gosh,
gonna
dude.
outrun that shit. There's no way. You can barely outrun it to begin with. There's no way you really can.
You might as well just start spraying teriyaki sauce on you.
Right? Yeah, because you're dead. You're dunzo.
You're beyond Dunzo.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, oh, okay.
So if they ever do it, I don't think they're not doing another dinosaur basketball.
I sure hope not.
Isn't it-
Dude,
wait.
the premise for this movie better be good.
Isn't it
Like,
Jurassic World: The Lost Kingdom?
Jurassic World? No,
Yeah.
I don't know what the name of it is. I think it might be The Lost Kingdom,
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
but kind of like The Lost World.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we get it. But yeah, dude, I could not, like, the premise for this better be good. I better believe that this situation could happen. If they just reopen the park,
I
I'm
know.
done. I'm
Yeah.
walking out of the theater.
Yeah, no, I agree. Seriously though, like, there's no way that you can just open a park up like that after what happened. There's no way.
Dude, there's no way in Jurassic World that I would breed the perfect dinosaur without a freaking contingency plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like airstrikes or some other shit. I'd be like something like I would inject like a magnet on this dude's head, like at the bottom of his brain, and then just fly a big ass magnet so it just rips out his like spinal cord or something.
Yeah, seriously.
End it.
Yeah.
No, go send a bunch of tactical soldiers with some stun guns. What?
Sorry, I was looking on your phone. Sorry.
Which one?
The Rubies one. You guys went to Rubies?
Yeah, we went to Ruby's.
Dude, that was the shit when I was living in California. We used to go there all the time for lunch. Sorry, way off topic, but that place is so good, right?
Ruby's is really good.
Yeah. Did you get one of their malts?
Oh,
Right.
dude.
Oh, it's heaven. Okay, we're going way off topic here. Sorry, guys. Okay, back on topic. Jurassic World.
Damn
2.
you, Rose.
Sorry, that just like threw me off.
Yeah, you're going to send Like, why instead of why would you put a tracker in the dinosaur? Couldn't you just like look and see? Like, that was one of the flaws in the movie. They had a tracker in the dinosaur's neck the entire time. Why didn't you just? Oh, he's still there.
Wait, what?
The Adominus Rex
Why?
had a tracker in its neck.
Yeah, but it ripped off.
In the cage?
Uh huh.
No, it ripped it out while the soldiers were after it.
Oh no.
So they could have
yeah,
just been like, like checked the tracker and be like, oh, well, there it is.
Well, hopefully these problems are fixed in the sequel.
That dinosaur died, didn't it?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it was that giant fish monster.
Yeah.
That got it.
T-Rex. Shit. Good.
Dude, could you imagine Jurassic World's water bill?
Right.
Like,
don't
understandable
want
that
to.
they would need a shit ton of people to come visit them.
Yeah. Right. Oh, seriously.
Everyone on that island got out, right? At the end?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, I don't think the only one that died was like the secretary, because like pterodactyls like started like just like messing around with her and the giant fish tree.
I'm okay with that. She wasn't a major plot.
No, but nobody would be.
Kind of felt bad when she kind of got taken away when she's like,
Well, yeah.
kids, and flies off.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that would. I've just been like, I quit.
Seriously, alright.
Alright, well, anyway, that was most of the things that I saw on YouTube. Did you see anything? Well, last weekend we went to go see Murder on the Orient Express, and I'm not going to do like a review of the whole thing. Just quick thoughts. I think we can dive into it a little bit. But my initial thoughts, I thought it was a great movie.
I agree.
Great mystery.
Yes, I'm very glad that I have, because the name was like.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't seen it, you may want to just,
we're doing
skip.
spoilers here?
Yeah. No, well, not like total spoilers, but if you haven't heard it, you may want to skip ahead. But we're not going to dive into like major spoilers. Hello, love.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Oh, no, just kidding.
I don't know. As long as it takes. Okay. Hopefully, you don't have to use the bathroom at all.
No.
Okay, cool.
I use Pietro.
Gross.
Okay, do you have a water bottle?
Yeah. Let's go in the backyard.
Fine. Yeah, I want to pull a Dumb and Dumber situation. Okay.
Anyway, back on track. Murder on the Orient Express. Skip ahead if you don't want to hear any potential spoilers. We'll try to keep it as spoiler free as possible. But my
All
initial
die.
thought, they all die.
I'm just kidding.
The train crashes. I thought the detective. I thought how they kind of introduced him at the beginning really good.
I loved how everyone kept he kept having it's isn't Hercule Poirot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
That
funny.
was hilarious.
His mustache was.
On point.
Yeah.
He has a guard for it. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
He has a guard for it when he sleeps. That was hilarious.
But I think the best part of the thing is that throughout the movie, like now that I know who did it,
Yeah.
like it's super. You could tell through the entire movie that it was who it was.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, on the other hand, I'm thinking, in a way, it could have still been just, we're doing spoilers, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, so spoiler alert. I could still see how it could just be worse than stabbing him, because, like, they're just, like, it is the dark, and they're just, like, so afraid that, like, they're not making just, like, a direct motion. I don't know, that's still how I feel. Like, when they said, like, it was just
Well,
all
even
of
if
them,
it was in the dark, you'd still be stabbing in the same area.
That's true, okay.
It
Alright.
makes sense that it was just passed around.
Disregard what I just said. Stupid.
But like
You don't have to agree.
But I liked how throughout the entire movie you could have pieced it together yourself.
Yeah.
You just were too invested in the movie where you're just like, gosh, like who could it be?
Yeah.
Like I thought it was one person the entire time, and then near the end, I thought it was the governess, Daisy Ridley's character.
Yes, yeah.
I thought it was her the entire time. At the end, I was like, I couldn't call it. And
then
then
they flip it on you. And
yeah,
it
then
turns
they
out to be the
flipped, and I
doctor.
was like, oh shit.
It's the doctor, but then they flip it again on you.
And I'm like, damn! But it was super easy to tell looking back now
Yeah, I
how
would
it
agree.
was.
It
But
just
I
had
think that
very-
makes for the good
Yeah, and
mystery.
especially because casting was so great. I feel very good character, very good.
Yeah, that's like one of the good things that I enjoyed about like Psych and other like mystery movies or shows. I mean, they kind of slack on it a little bit, but they give you all the clues to who it could be. And if you're smart enough, you put it together yourself. Like, oh, it's this person. But there are some like that take a cheap route where they give you some of the clues, and then it.
Is that off my mind? Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm doing this in a different room. But like how there's some mystery movies that give you some of it, and then they leave out one key thing that the detective finds on his own.
Oh yeah.
Or they don't explain it; they just like show it for like a second, and then he like pieces it together. He's like, oh, but this person had this, blah, blah, blah. And then it's just like, oh, all right. But I liked how they gave you everything to piece it together.
Yes. Let me get to what is his name. Directed it. Also was Hercule Poirot.
His name's super hard.
Because he's a very good actor, really good actor. Oh my goodness.
Look it up.
Okay.
But while you're looking that up, I'll just get into
Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth what?
Isn't it Kenneth Branagh?
Probably.
I swear it's high, like 95 for sure. Kenneth Branagh.
Sweet. Yeah, he did a really good job at directing it. Hopefully they keep him on for future films since the next one's already been greenlit. You said.
I think that's what they said.
I think.
I swear that's what I saw that. So.
I think if we ever make films, or when we start making films, something we're gonna have to work on pretty hard is mystery.
Yeah, I think it would.
I think what we're gonna be super good at superhero, horror,
yes,
and maybe comedy.
I definitely want to be able to get like coming of age comedy down. That's because coming of age stories are like some really good. I love coming of age stories.
Like the Age of or the
Edge of 17.
Edge of 17.
Yes.
Damn it.
Oh, I love that movie so much. Such a good movie. Like,
You want to count that one?
Yeah.
Since I said Age of 17.
yeah, just kidding.
Bite me.
Yeah, no, I like that one. But I want your opinion. So you agree that Kenneth Branagh did a really good job with Murder on the Orient Express, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would you think it would be cool to see him take on? I don't know. I feel like many people, just because I think the last time they did a really good job, and I feel it's a hard book to do. There would be, and there were none. When I was telling you about 10 Little Indians.
I haven't read that book.
Okay. It's one of Agatha. It's probably Agatha Christie's best book, I think.
I'll have to read it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like after seeing this movie, I would love to see Kenneth Branagh do another Agatha Christie version.
Yeah, he makes a really good mystery, especially when he's giving you everything.
The cinematography is beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was amazing. But it had some real big names in this movie.
Oh, it
Johnny Depp was in it. Willem
Yeah.
Dafoe.
Josh Gad, Daisy Ridley, Penelope Cruz.
They
Can't remember
all
the
of
others.
them
I'm
were.
sorry.
I think those were the main ones.
Yeah.
But some real heavy hit names.
Yeah.
Made for a really good film. And the story was on point. Fully kept me engaged the entire time.
Me too. I was never there.
And I liked how they kind of, at the beginning, they started off with like a heightened deal, or like with like him getting the investigator, how it started off quick paced. The kid was running and kind of kept like, oh, what's going on? And then he goes and figures out the murder, and it just kind of keeps you on that high while it goes through like the slower story part.
Yes, I agree. I did really like that.
And then it jumps into the train and everything, the murder and all that fun stuff. Like I liked how they slowed it down, but they had that like excitement still kind of inside.
Yes.
I feel like the music was really good,
It was.
like a Frenchy feel.
Yeah, kind of go with the trailer. This movie that came out. They did. Did you watch the trailer?
Mhm.
You know how they were doing "Believer" by Imagine Dragons?
Yeah.
Yeah, that pissed so many people off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Understandable.
They should have just stuck with like the typical like old time Britain French little cafe music for the trailer, because that song wasn't in it at all, was
Yeah,
it?
no, it was. I mean, even if it was just like maybe like just instrumental, I don't think they really needed to have the lead. Maybe if it was instrumental, maybe a little more forgiving.
Yeah, some things just don't need the entire song. Sometimes it's just like the tune. It's kind of like that with for Ragnarok.
Oh.
I felt that they could have gotten away with just playing the tune.
That's fair, but I
doing
still,
like the beginning, the yelling.
I disagree. I think the guys and stuff. I feel like
I'll have to watch it again.
I still need to see that again. I still see Genesis again. I have a lot of movies to go see again.
Yeah, I mean, going with Bronson and go see Justice League Breaking.
Thanks for the invite.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding, dude.
You're busy. We can watch it the first time. Any time after that doesn't need to be together.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
anyway.
literally, let me share about Justice League. I told my coworker, dude, Justice League is not as bad people are making out to be. He's like, yeah. I was like, dude, I will pay for your movie ticket to go see Justice League. He's like, yeah, I might actually. Okay, so.
Did you?
No, not yet. But I might
Make him
do
pay
it.
for his own damn ticket and
No.
then say, if you didn't like it, I'll pay for it.
No, because I've already put him through that. I mean, he paid for Suicide Squad. And
Dude.
yeah, he hated that movie. Can you blame him?
No, but why would you recommend that movie?
Because I liked it when I first saw it, and then it just kept going down.
Every watch, you mean the Oscar-winning Suicide Squad?
Yeah, that's true.
Gosh, I can't believe I can say that.
Okay, for costume design, it was costume design and makeup, right?
Yeah, it was for
Just
Killer Croc.
alone, it deserved that. It did.
Yeah, that it totally did. But still, just that the fact that I could say Oscar-winning movie Suicide Squad makes me sick inside. But when did you recommend it to him? Did you recommend it to him after the first watch?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, the second watch.
The second watch?
I
That's
don't know.
worse.
I don't know. Maybe
The first watch I could have forgiven. The second watch I cannot.
I don't know. Like I still thought it was a really good movie, but now like yeah.
You're not allowed to recommend movies until your third watch now.
Hey, I recommended War for Planet of the Apes 2 in first watch. And
Yeah,
it was
but
still great.
Yeah, but that's because Planet of the Apes had a really good track record.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Now, Suicide Squad was something completely different.
Yeah.
But it was still a DC film. So
Why couldn't it done trailers? The trailers were so good. The trailers were incredible. And then we got that piece of shit.
So what? All right. Do you remember what you graded Suicide Squad the first watch?
I want to say it was probably like I was very stupid, probably A minus B plus.
What?
Yeah, I know. I was really stupid because I enjoyed it. Now it's barely pushing like probably like a D plus, and that's be nice.
Dude, A minus?
I don't know. Maybe more like B plus B. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Hey, you liked it too.
I did like it, but I didn't give it an A minus.
What did you give
I
it?
gave it like a C plus.
Oh, you did.
After the first watch.
Okay, it was more so like a B plus B. Okay?
No, you don't get it correct.
Yes, I do. Shut up. It was more like a B plus B. Now
Okay,
it's
well,
like,
you can't recommend anything unless it's an A plus A the first watch.
get you.
Whatever.
Like I said, it's like a D plus B. Maybe even a D minus, and I feel that'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, so here's what we'll do next week. Throughout this week, we will make a list of movies, or I'll get a list together, just since you're going to be busy with school. And
School.
I'll put it on like an Excel sheet on the All Bros email, and then I'll put my grade for each of the movies, and then you can go through and put your grade for each of the movies, just so we have a baseline of what. And it's not just for the ones of this year; it's just like all the ones that I can think of. Since obviously I can't go back ridiculously far, but I'll probably be like messaging you, be like, "Name some movies." But we'll do that. So next week we can share our list. So I'll give it my grade, you give it your grade, and then that way we kind of have a baseline, so people know, or so our viewers will know what to expect, how to compare the movies. As Murder on the Orient Express, I give probably a B plus, like a soft plus.
Yeah, that's about what I would.
So I'm gonna put that down. Murder on the Orient Express. I'm just gonna put B plus. B equals B. Gosh damn it.
Like it's kind of closer to a B maybe.
That's why I said a soft B plus.
But like it's barely breaks to its
Yeah. The It movie. I'm trying to get like a quick little grading, like just
It because I came up with a problem. I guess
I'd probably give it a minus 2. So I'll put that down to A minus. And then Incredibles. Incredibles wasn't my favorite movie. Or
Pixar.
yeah.
It's not mine either, but it's still to me like practically a perfect film base. So I give it us.
Then we disagree on that. I give it like A minus B plus. More A minus.
Get the hell out of here.
No, because
Wait,
like,
this is your house.
Yeah, it's my house. But like with the whole thing with Frozone, that was amazing. That was fantastic. But we only got to see a little bit of Frozone, and then they kind of
Well, yeah, but that's because it was the story of the Incredibles, the
right.
horror family.
But you don't think
I would have loved to see more of Frozone, but I did like that most of the story was just focused on horror family.
that's fair? I still stick with my grade. So what did you say? A?
Yeah, I give it an A. I loved it.
Yeah, I give it a A minus.
I see
Then
people getting mad at you.
people probably will, but I stand by it just because there were I can't think of the problems I had with it right now. Oh, like one of that I can think of when Elastigirl or with Mrs. Incredible was looking at that screen and was going through all the like the power things, and she was like Bob, and then if I heard You mean to tell me that dude thought it was the dude immediately next to him? I've had people talk next to me and had people talk behind me, and I've never gone like, what? I'm always kind of like turn around and like look at them, but whatever.
Still think he deserves an A.
He got an A with me. It's just got an A minus.
Okay.
It's closer to an A than it is a B plus.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take that.
Yeah. Jurassic World. That movie I would give a B.
Yeah, I'm like in between like a B, B minus. So a B, really.
So you say B too?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
in between.
So just for our tiny little grade scale, we gave an A minus. Incredibles you gave an A, I gave an A minus.
Yeah.
Jurassic World I gave a B and you gave a B. Orient Express we both gave a B. Now we can get. I think we can get into
Justice League.
yeah.
All in.
All in.
I love that tagline. That was a great tagline.
Yeah, really good. So Justice League.
Okay, just really quick. I don't think we should walk through the whole. Like, just I'd say like yeah, we can go in depth, but like think like really just give like off like what we love.
That's fair.
I
Okay.
don't think we should walk through.
Yeah. So we're going to give another spoiler alert. If you've not seen the movie, I should recommend you listen to this part.
Yes.
So hopefully now anyone that hasn't seen the movie has
If you
logged
haven't
off.
seen it, please go see it. Use your money, please.
I will say it is worth going to see in theaters.
Yes.
Absolutely. The only I'm trying to think of a movie that I've seen recently that wasn't worth going to see in theaters. But the only one I can think of is
Diary of Wimpy did The Long Haul. But I saw that for free.
okay.
So.
That one's like a D movie.
A D? That's nice. I like that.
Okay.
Like,
an F2.
yeah, I'll give.
I
the kid
really
who did
didn't
a
like
great-
that movie. I was just trying to be nice.
I'll give it. The kid
Um,
did a really good job as Greg, but I'm sorry, I'm still gonna give it enough, and I own it.
Yeah. So it's rough because Suicide Squad. Do you think that was worth going to see in theater?
I see it at least once. I don't know.
I think we can base it off how many times it's worth going to see. Yeah. So I think everything's worth seeing at least once, except Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Everyone knew that was going to be bad.
Yeah, that's fair. But there's some other movies that like I regret seeing. Like
What?
The Last Airbender. Sorry, they did not. come out
Gosh,
of the
don't bring that movie up on this podcast. That abomination of the world.
Yeah. That's like how you rate a movie. It's like, it's not The Last Airbender bad. That's how you rate a movie on how bad it is.
Yeah. So Justice League, I think after my immediate grade that I gave it was a B, a hard B. I think after some thought, I've kind of lowered it to a B minus.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like,
I still said it a soft B. Maybe I need to see it a second.
but it's kind of in the middle of B and B minus, but it's closer to B than B.
Okay, that's fair.
So I thought the movie definitely took a lot of crap. The movie was totally worth seeing in theater, and I'm probably gonna go see it again.
Oh yeah, me too. Definitely.
Before it comes out on DVD.
I feel the biggest problem the movie has is it's very rushed, like extremely.
Yeah, I brought this up a couple times with all the characters I felt were great.
Yes, I agree.
I think Cyborg kind of got the short end of the stick.
He did. Okay. Aquaman kind of did too a little bit.
A
Out of
little
the
bit.
three, the Flash definitely got the most screen time with the newbies, which I was okay with because I love
I
Flash.
felt that was a lot of Joss Whedon kind of throwing Flash
Yeah,
at
that's
us
fair.
a bit. I felt that maybe Zack Snyder. I think Zack Snyder does a really good job with him, and he did a really good job at kind of splitting the time between Batman and Superman.
He did.
At least our lives. Superman didn't get a ton of lines.
Yeah.
And I think the reason with that is because Zack Snyder does a lot of darker films, and Superman's such a light year. But I felt everyone got a perfect amount of screen time other than
I
Cyborg.
would agree, and just what I hate is that Warner Brothers basically because I think they felt like it's didn't promote. They felt that Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, and Suicide Squad were a little too long. Basically, okay, you only have 2 hours, including credits for Justice League. That's all you got.
Warner Brothers likes to step on their own toes.
They do. I feel if they would have been able to make the 2 hours, it would have been a lot more.
Yeah, way better paced. But my opening sequence with Batman was awesome.
That was. I want to say that was actually Zack Snyder. That was him.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Oh, well, technically that wasn't the opening scene. I
Yeah, the
ruined it
opening
with
scene.
this shitty video. Dude, didn't the
They
kid
could've
say that they were doing a podcast?
Yeah,
Why was he taking a video?
Yeah, I feel they should have just cut that out and had it start with Batman. That would have been a way better beginning of Justice League.
Dude, that would have been a better end. That scene.
It's true. That would be really cool.
Because we have to assume that video was taken before Superman died. Right?
Yeah.
So that Superman wasn't hopeful. That did not
That's
feel
true.
like the Batman versus Superman, Man of Steel Superman that we
Yeah,
had.
that's true.
Which is super epic. But the dude could have said, or the kids should have said a YouTube channel, not a freaking podcast. Noob. Don't you know how these work?
Right, seriously?
Um,
Get your shit together.
Get your shit together. You could totally tell his lip had problems.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, the CGI.
Yeah.
Right from when
Dude,
when
but
it, like
apparently it was like if you Brielle didn't know about the mustache CGI thing.
yes,
about it.
I've many people have said that like if you didn't hear about like the CGI mustache, it's not that noticeable, or it's not noticeable, and I get that.
Yeah, like when we left Brielle, I was talking to Brielle about it. Like the thing with his lip, I mean, they CGI'd over his mustache, and she's like, "Oh, is that what was wrong with his mouth?" Because she knew something was wrong, she just didn't know what.
Yeah, they didn't do the best,
Yeah, it was bad.
but at least the rest of them was.
It was okay.
Superman.
The movie felt very split. You could tell what Zack Snyder did and what Joss Whedon did.
Yes,
Like, it was
absolutely.
like I felt with the opening sequence with Batman. That felt as Batman the Animated Series as you possibly had. Ben Affleck knocked out of the park. And I understand that Parademon being like a scout, but why did he? What was it? The squares when he blew up?
Yeah, I've been wondering that too. I need to look at that.
Is that kind of like their post-suicide Allahu Akbar?
Sure, there we go. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, like that didn't make sense to me. I felt it could have been like different squares or something. Like the whole idea of a scout made sense, and the garbage. Like the Parademon flew out of the garbage, didn't he? Or whatever was
Yes,
down there.
really good.
That didn't make sense to me either. He's
Yeah,
just
right.
hiding under the garbage.
Yeah.
And he attacks fear. You mean there's no one scared in Gotham?
Right? Yeah, seriously though.
But overall, that whole scene was really good.
It was very well directed.
I liked seeing Ben Affleck as as close as to the Kevin Conroy Batman as yet.
Yeah, it still was really weird though seeing the bat suit but without the cape and without the couch.
Yeah, that was
It
just
threw me through a
uncomfortable.
loop. I was like, what the hell?
That was one scene that pulled me out of the movie.
Yeah, me too.
I was
a
kind of
little
like, ugh. No, Batman.
bit. Moving the cowl's okay, but not the cape. Keep the cape.
I thought he looked pretty bitchin' without the cowl.
He
And
did.
then he goes and takes off the cape. Yeah, but then get introduced to the Flash. That whole scene was awesome.
That
I
was-
wish they would have left some of the stuff out of like this of the movie, of like YouTube promo stuff.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because the whole intro was kind of ruined for me.
Hey, look, I was looking up when Bruce and Barry meet. That scene was actually spoiled of Comic Con of 2016. I did not realize that. It was
Ugh.
yeah. Like I think even the joke when he's like, "You say that as though that explains why there's a stranger in the house sitting in a second big chair." I think that line was spoiled. Yeah, that line's hilarious. So
Yeah.
thankfully I didn't watch it.
I think his favorite chair would have been sufficient. Second favorite, that was a pretty nice chair.
Yeah, it was a very.
Like, I want to see his first favorite
Yeah,
chair.
right? Well, I would assume it's probably the chair that sits at that's
That's fair. You can see that.
or sorry, monitors.
Yeah. Then the intro to Cyborg was really cool.
That was. I really liked how he kept saying like, "Oh, you know, like, are you ever gonna tell him I'm still alive?" Or something and stuff like that. I just loved how Ray portrayed him.
Dude, his delivery of all those lines was perfect.
Yes.
Like he sounded robotic, but not like overly. It was just like a perfect combo. And that line when he was just saying, "You're afraid they'll see they'll see the monster," and then his dad's just like, "You're not a monster," and he's like, "It's funny that you thought I was talking about me,"
You're
and
just
I was
like,
like, "Damn!"
right, yeah.
Like that line was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, just like, "Oh shit!"
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Yeah, that line was golden.
Yeah.
There was a lot of lines that I like remember from this movie.
Probably the line that I remember the most, and it's the I think it was one on 13 Bounty. When Barry's like, you know, "Hey, I really appreciate you doing this." He's like, "Hey, you know, not at all, Barry." He's like, "I'm curious myself." He's like, "Yeah, it's not a competition. I mean, it is a competition, but it's not like a masculine kind of competition." He's like, "Yeah, well, if I win, I mean, you're off the team." Like, what? Yeah, that was. I loved that scene with the Flash and Superman racing. That was awesome. Even though we didn't actually see the race.
I know.
But
Come on, DC, just let us get a. We know the Flash is faster.
yeah, if,
He can
even if
run
Superman
through-
wins, you know the Flash is just holding back.
Dude, that would have been an awesome start to Flashpoint if
That
they
would.
were doing a race and then Barry just kind of pushed a little too hard and through time.
Oh, dude, that would be really cool.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, because I want to touch upon, I want to get your opinion, because I think we talked about it, how the Flash ran. Because I know a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people are mad, but some people are like, why isn't he running when he's kind of like failing his arms? And in a way, I get why he's doing it, because he hasn't had these powers for a long time. And if you're running, he's faster than the speed of light. Flash.
It's faster than time,
Okay,
bros.
sorry. He's faster. Sorry. I don't know a lot about the Flash.
He can vibrate
Even though
his
he's my
body into
favorite-
a different dimension.
Sorry. Okay. So he's faster than time. So
It's faster than everything.
okay, it's faster than everything. Okay, can I get to my point?
Okay.
In a way, I get why he's running like that, because I feel you need time to get into the motion of running regularly if you're moving that fast.
That I can see.
I don't know. I don't know if that was Ezra Miller's idea or if it was Brothers. I didn't like it. I just hope that he doesn't do that the next time we see him, because then I'll be a little mad. Like, now you're kind of just doing his, like, to look kind of weird, or is it trying to be comedic, or what?
Yeah, his running was one of the other things that kind of took me out for a little bit.
It never
didn't
took me
bother
out.
me. It didn't bother me as like, oh, that's so stupid. It doesn't make sense why he runs like that either.
To me, it does, but that's just me.
Like,
Because he
I've never ran and done that. I've also never ran at the speed of light, so...
Yeah, you corrected me. It's faster than everything.
Yeah, but he probably ran faster than... Whatever.
But I'm just saying, like, if you're able to move that fast, I feel like it's gonna take some time for you to be able to start running like normal.
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion.
I think they were just trying to get a different type of run than what we've seen from Grant Gustin.
I'm just glad that he's not running this like Sonic.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, please.
Dude, that would be awesome.
No, I don't want to see the Flash run like Sonic. No, he has to be moving his hands like this. No.
Okay.
That scene where Justice League is fighting Superman, you see Flash slow down time, but then Superman turns his head. Holy shit!
That was pretty good.
His reaction,
like you could see the fear in his eye.
he's
He was like, "Oh shit, this is
Yeah.
gonna happen."
like, well, I'm screwed.
'Cause
Doesn't he like after like I think like 5 seconds, doesn't he like trip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or he's kind of avoiding.
Yeah,
Superman's
that's what
punches.
it is,
He
yeah.
he starts to run away and then he trips over his feet and then crashes into the full body into one of the statues.
Okay. Yeah, that's what happens.
Or not the statue, the monument. I loved Ezra Miller's interpretation of the Flash. I like Grant Gustin's a little better, but I think that's just because he's been more established as the Flash.
I still think Ezra.
Do you even watch the Flash?
No.
Well, then your opinion doesn't matter to me.
Oh, well, excuse me. I'm then.
Don't recommend a restaurant you've never been to.
Okay, I've seen one episode.
One episode.
Yeah.
It. Which one?
I only watched it because I use it for like montage in my videos when it's Green Arrow versus the Flash. I use the part when Green Arrow shoots one and he's like, "You missed."
Yeah.
I did the Flash versus Hawkeye.
The Flash, I felt a lot better after they changed his logo from like the lightning bolt with the red background to the lightning bolt with the white. And with this season, he actually got a new suit too. It's more like a brighter red, with a little more gold in it. So it's still pretty cool. I felt it's just a little too bright, but whatever. It doesn't.
I liked the shade of red that Ezra Miller's Flash costume was. And
The Flash's costume was cool.
It was great in my opinion because you could totally tell that it was kind of made. Like he made it.
Yeah, which was just awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Flash is going to make his own suit, it's going to be a little beat up.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Like, and you can
if
see
he
like the
doesn't-
wires that are like holding stuff together. I thought that was a touch.
yeah, like how a lot of his suit kind of like lights up when he runs too.
Yes, and I like that it's actually a blue. It's a blue streak when he's running. It's not yellow. I was fine with that change.
Yeah, that bothered a few people, mostly hardcore fans.
I feel with this kind
But
of
I think it
this
separates
universe,
a lot.
this universe it fits better.
Yeah.
So Aquaman, gotta talk about him.
Yep, Aquaman. Just
Jason
because
Momoa killed it.
Flash just got a ton of screen time. Jason Momoa nailed it.
He did.
He definitely got like the surfer dude kind of vibe, but
The only thing
made
that
him badass.
The only thing I had wrong with Aquaman, not even his character, is that I feel that they shouldn't have introduced it with her name. Mara.
Counting that.
Ah, damn it! I was gonna say Merida.
Merida?
Yeah.
No, she's not some poofy redhead.
That's very good. Don't you want to be a poofy redhead? That's
No
damn
one wants to
good
be a
with
poofy redhead.
But she's damn good with a bow and arrow.
You only like her because she uses a bow and arrow
Shut
like
up.
Hawkeye.
Shut up. Damn it! So I'm losing again.
Yep.
Shit.
Or I
Funko
think
Pop-
so. I'll have to see. I put the other points down on the other sheet
Okay.
that fell behind the couch, so I'll have to grab that.
Funko Pop cannot exceed $9.
We're getting the Pocket Pops.
Oh, it's the Pocket Pop. Oh, my bad. I thought it was the just a regular size. My
No,
bad.
we discussed this.
Sorry, I forgot. I thought the Pocket Pops were only for that like Justice League thing. Never
No,
actually
we're doing
happened.
I know. That pisses me off. We'll talk about that later. No, whenever we do the reference fails at the end of the month, which let's
We
see,
got a week.
which day are You want to record on Thursday again?
This Thursday, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that's the last day of November, so then we get
Shit.
then we get to tie up our
So like,
score,
should it be like
or
kind
tally
of
up our score.
going off the just see like, do you want to do it like Flash, knockout Superman, or do you want to?
It's just whatever.
Okay.
I say we avoid ones with movies that are coming out, just in case we ever want to make a bet on a movie like
That's
we did.
fair.
So I think the Justice League is fair game now. But whatever, it doesn't matter on that one. It's just if we ever make a one about a movie that comes out, and that Pocket Pop's kind of stays off the list.
Okay.
Or that Pocket Pop, not the full size pop.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, so that's how the river film works. Don't make me explain this to you again.
Sorry, I'm slow. You know this.
Yeah, but Mara, she didn't need to be introduced.
She really should have been saved.
Yeah.
She was shoehorned in.
Yeah, she was. I felt it was weird that she needed to create a bubble for them to talk. Kind of, I was like, can't you just talk underwater or use your fish speak?
Apparently not.
Like, I thought it would have been cool if they would have done like a telekinetic thing.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, like that's kind of what you think when you think talking underwater.
Yeah.
Like an echolocation kind of thing or something like that.
This is either Zack Snyder or Joss Whedon.
Yeah, but it is what it is. But Mara didn't need to be introduced. Aquaman, I felt, got 2 intros. He got a Joss Whedon intro, and he got a Zack Snyder intro.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it just felt like it was 2 intros. Just, I felt, well, the first one that we got was with Batman.
Yeah.
And I felt that one was the Joss Whedon's intro. Or at least the first part was the Joss Whedon intro. Or not the last part, where they were walking inside. One thing that bothered me, that Aquaman was calling Bruce Wayne Batman, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was.
In front of all the people that were understanding English.
So it's like, shit, thanks, asshole. You ruined my cover.
I understand that they probably don't have Wi-Fi there, but still.
Still, that scene where when they're at the bat signal, it's like, wow, really dressed like a bat. I dig it.
His delivery with like the surfer dude lines was perfect. He felt like Baywatch.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked Jason Momoa's portrayal of Aquaman.
They all did.
Yeah, they did fantastic. There was a lot of problems that I had with not really Aquaman, just kind of some of his interactions.
That's
like
fair.
when actually it wasn't Aquaman's. Now that I think about it, it wasn't Aquaman's interaction. It was Cyborg's interaction with when they brought back Superman. But I'm kind of jumping ahead, so kind of backtracking. Jason Momoa I loved throughout the entire thing. He was just badass.
He was.
The Flash was awesome, really funny. Cyborg was a complete badass. Didn't get enough screen time, I don't think.
You got the Hawkeye for them.
Wonder Woman. I freaking love Gal Gadot.
That was Gal
Gadot. Pretty sure I told you that last time too.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't count.
No, getting names wrong doesn't count.
There is one scene that I
don't
get that
think.
it was played for last, but I just don't. It was kind of funny, but not. It's the Flash accident. I don't know how it was kind of knocked into Wonder Woman, and he falls over his head, and goes into her, and then he just
Cleavage.
yeah, and he gets up. He's just he's kind of like the I did not do that. And she just kind of. I don't think she smiles, but she's just I don't really feel.
Dude, that was funny.
It was funny, but I just don't feel it was needed.
It wasn't needed, but that was funny. Because just think about it. If that happened and you weren't fast, and that happened to you and Wonder Woman, you'd panic.
Oh,
just
yeah.
like he did.
Yeah.
But the only reason it was funny was because he was able to back
that's up. Okay, I take back my comment. It was funny.
Yeah, you need to go watch that scene again. I laughed my ass off. I was like, respect, dude. One gripe with Flash that I have, he was a little clumsy.
He was.
He was tripping over his own feet, a lot.
He was, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm very forgiving about because I just feel like he hasn't had these powers for so long, and I feel like it takes a while.
Well, did they establish how long he's had the powers?
They haven't.
So we don't know how long he's
But
had
I would
them.
assume he hasn't had them that long.
Well, he's had them long enough for Lex Luthor to have seen them.
That's true. I don't know. I just feel like the missteps that he makes, I can forgive because I don't do anything that it's understandable to me because I feel like he's still learning.
Yeah, he was just a little clumsy, I felt.
That's
like
fair.
the first trip one, I get. Second one, okay. The third one was just kind of okay.
There is
dude,
one
come
part
on.
that kind of did annoy me about the Flash, and it's the Superman and Flash race. How does the Flash get ready to run? Because I've never.
How does he get ready?
What's his stance? run? Is he just like, put his like fist forward, one front, one back, and then just like takes off?
Well, he doesn't start. Yeah, it's kind of like forward, and he's kind of like power stance.
Okay, because I did not, because I'm sorry, Ezra Miller
But
kind of looks.
Flash also doesn't stretch.
Okay.
And how did he run? Was it kind of like a track start?
He started with his like hand to like one side and then the other to his back, and he was like in a crouch position. I did not like that. I don't think the Flash would start running like that. There's no way.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah. So that's one gripe that I have with the Flash. Like he should have started it like.
Getting back onto the main story, the characters I felt were awesome. All overall. In this movie with Wonder Woman, she nailed it again. Ben Affleck destroyed it as Bruce Wayne.
I'm Batman.
Henry Cavill, he had a lot more speaking lines, which was kind of weird to hear him.
It was,
but it felt more true to Superman.
I loved it because I think he was a great choice for Superman. So the more I get to see him, the happier I am.
Yeah, I'm glad that we got to see him happy and not so like,
yes,
who am I?
Yeah. And I love the exchange between him and Bruce, like it was the end. I love that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I like part of the story. Batman, when he's talking to Alfred, he's kind of comparing himself to Superman. He's like, Superman actually lived in this world. He wasn't spoon fed anything like I was. He fell in love. He had a job. He did this. He did that. He saved people. I'm just like a rich boy with issues.
Yeah.
Like that whole talk with Alfred was really like deep.
Yeah, it was.
But how did you feel about his motivation for bringing Superman back to life?
I thought it was, I don't know, maybe I need to see Batman v Superman again, just because I've only seen that movie like 3 times. I don't know, maybe it could have been like, maybe defined a little as to why you think Superman deserved to be back. Because it made sense, like, he kept saying, like, oh, Superman was a beacon of light to everybody. What about you?
I felt someone else should have initiated the bring Superman back, and then Bruce Wayne kind of be like, okay, I can see your reasoning, but they brought back the whole, if there's even a fraction of a chance that we can bring him back. That line was, it didn't need to be in there.
I agree.
Because Flash brought up some good points with that Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, and Wonder Woman was absolutely against the idea.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yes, absolutely.
I felt Wonder Woman should have been the one kind of like, let's bring him back, and the Batman be like, what the, no.
Do you remember what he literally did to me?
It's like, I'm not going to be his favorite person to see.
Yeah.
I felt his backup plan was pretty solid. Bringing Lois in.
Yes, yeah,
that was a pretty solid plan.
Yeah.
I personally would have had a kryptonite batarang.
Yeah,
but I mean,
bring back the kryptonite spirit.
Yeah. But whatever, you do you.
Yeah.
I didn't think Batman needed to be the one to initiate the bring Superman back talk. It should have been Wonder Woman or someone more uplifting. But when they did bring him back, I liked how he was kind of evil.
Yes.
And kind of fighting everyone off. And
that was cool.
I thought it was kind of funny how Batman was the last one to get there. Like, Aquaman jumped, Flash jumped, Wonder Woman jumped, and then like everyone was there except Batman.
Especially when Superman throws it in his face, the "Do you bleed?"
Oh! I was like, that came back full circle to bite you in the ass.
Because then doesn't he say like, yeah, there was some parts that he say something like that?
Yeah. His whole Superman's whole thing with Batman was like interaction with Batman in that scene was awesome.
Agreed.
Him saying like, you won't let me live, you won't let me die, what do you want, dude? And I kind of understand or kind of get why. I'm glad that they did it like this, but Superman got way more hopeful after he died or got brought back.
Yeah, which
it makes sense. He kind of is like, okay, but he kind of made jokes about dying a lot.
Yeah, he did.
But the scene with Lois Lane, perfect.
Yes. I found it interesting that we totally thought in the last trailer that scene at the farmhouse was a flashback, but no, that actually was in today's time.
It was supposed to be, but that wasn't in the movie either. That scene when he's like the ring.
Oh,
we're talking about this. No, no. Well, her walking out of that farmhouse was, but the whole him talking about the ring wasn't. There's a lot of things that were in the trailers that was not in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, DC. You ruined our bet.
Yeah. Seriously though.
Suck it. We'll see when they release the deleted scenes.
Yeah.
If that's even in the deleted scenes. If it's not even in the deleted scenes, I'm just gonna be really mad.
It sucks that because did you hear about the petition that went around for Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Zack
that got
Snyder.
turned down fast.
Yeah, but Zack Snyder didn't get to film all of it. He was in the middle of filming, wasn't he? Or did he just start?
No, I think it was all done. I'm pretty sure.
Was he?
Yeah, but then.
Then a lot more of the movie should have been felt Zack Snyder.
Yeah, but
a lot of it felt Joss
yeah,
Whedon.
Joss Whedon basically took the helm and decided all the issues.
Hmm.
Biggest problem that I have with the movie, besides some of the saying it was rushed.
Super forgettable.
Oh, absolutely! Like one of the worst.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was definitely one of the worst.
I mean, Enchantress still takes the cake as my least worst villain I've ever seen in Superman.
Yeah, and
Besides
her crazy
Bullseye
like Wii
and,
bowling dance.
Yeah, besides Bullseye. Let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about that movie.
But yeah.
Daredevil has been reborn anew.
Yes. And so has Ben Affleck, thank goodness,
Yeah.
as a superhero.
Dude, I'm surprised he just took on another superhero role.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, there weren't very many problems with it. There was enough, like the Flash running kind of threw me off. It's just like it didn't bother me. It just kind of was like, okay, why is he running like that?
And that's fair, I get that.
Aquaman getting 2 intros kind of bothered me, and I didn't notice that immediately. It's kind of like I told you, I'm like, did we just get 2 intros?
Yeah, you did.
Wonder Woman's was pretty cool. I wish they would have not used that lady or her standing on Lady Liberty scene in one of the trailers.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that would have been a really cool, like, oh snap. But you knew it was coming from the beginning of the scene, or that shot. But her kind of blocking all those bullets from those people was awesome.
That was so bitchin'. That's.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just trying to think of anything else that was significant. There was a scene where Aquaman was sitting on the lasso of truth. That was hilarious, and he was just pouring his heart out.
Especially when he's like, "You say anything else, you're dead." And Flash is like, "All I heard was a word, they're all gonna happen."
Yeah, I don't know why he said that. Who's Barry going to tell?
That's true.
Is he just going to laugh about it with Batman? No.
Tell his dad.
Is he going to laugh about it with... Dude, like, none of the other Justice League has a good enough sense of humor for him to talk about that with.
Yeah.
Like, the only one that I could think of him talking about a situation like that with would be, in these set of characters, would be Aquaman.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's not going to do that with Wonder Woman, Batman, or Cyborg.
No.
I mean, Superman, But even Superman's kind of like one of those, like, almighty, like, I don't want to mess with him.
Yeah.
But the villain, super forgettable. They should have just fought Superman the entire time.
Awesome. Like how the Suicide Squad should have fought the Joker.
Yeah, but I think if they did the Joker, they would have kind of done a whole "why isn't Batman fighting the Joker?"
Yeah.
thing. Enchantress was the only one capable. Oh shit! Actually, how they could have worked that? Joker stealing the Enchantress's heart and controlling the Enchantress to world domination thing.
Okay. As long as Carrie does.
Yeah, as long as she doesn't talk.
I mean, I don't know how she was in what's that movie that just came out? Valkyrie with her.
Valerian. Loser.
What? That counts?
Yeah, it counts. You called it Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, that's shit. Okay, name who she's who else stars in her with it.
You can't quiz me.
I don't care.
I know it's the dude from Amazing Spider-Man 2 that played Green Goblin. I don't know his name.
Dane DeHaan.
Well, you blatantly got the movie title wrong. That's different from the name, or from me like messing up the name, or not knowing the name. Don't put me off, you asshole. Anyway, getting back to Justice League.
Sorry.
Overall, the movie had some pacing issues. Characters were really well done. Cyborg needed more screen time, I felt. But Ray Fisher did amazing with the time that he had.
He did.
I'm glad that Superman had a lot more hope in him.
Mm-hmm. He's a Superman that we don't want to hope.
Yeah, he felt more Christopher Reeves Superman.
Yes, and that's a very, very good thing.
Yeah, that is a great
It's one of the
thing.
most positive things you can get.
Wonder Woman was awesome. The villain, overall, forgettable.
Those are the two biggest problems I have. Is just the pacing was very rushed and Steppenwolf was so wasted.
The only real
So forgettable.
cool scene that I have to give props to was when he was in Themyscira.
Yes, that was very cool.
That scene was intense.
I agree.
I felt Joss Whedon and Zack Snyder need to be slapped on the hand a little bit for changing or not the Asgardians, the Amazonians' armor.
Yeah.
I mean,
It looked
seeing
lot
a little
better
extra
than
skin never hurt anybody, but I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah, it looked a lot better.
Yeah, like, on their kind of understand them evolving, but weren't they alive like thousands of years before?
So I don't think they're gonna go from this to this.
People aren't going to
Yeah, I know. Shut up. I don't think you're gonna go from like covering.
They're not going to go to like
covering your
Spartan
stomach.
warriors
Yeah.
to Baywatch.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. I have an armor bra.
Yeah. Like with some of the warriors, it made sense. Some of them, the ones like doing the crazy flips and stuff.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But the archers, no.
No, not at all.
The horse riders, no. So just they need to change their armor back to what it was in one, because that was just badass overall. So I think as I said earlier, I gave the movie B, but initially gave it B. But after some thought, I'm lowering the grade to a minus.
I'm still gonna stick with a B. It's more like a soft B, kind of more towards a B minus. But I still enjoyed the movie. I don't think it deserves the hate it's getting, especially the Rotten Tomatoes score, which is at 41%. Not deserved that at all. I still give it soft. It's a very enjoyable movie.
Yeah, definitely worth seeing a couple times in theaters if you're a big fan. I mean, if you're not the biggest fan of superhero films, definitely worth seeing at least once.
Yeah. I feel any team up superhero movies are seeing at least for me.
Yeah, I totally. So I think that kind of comes down to our review, or ends our review. I think we need to change our review a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's not jumping all over the place.
I agree.
So we'll get better at this.
Yeah, we promise.
So how about this? Instead of us just kind of doing the whole movie as a whole, like we just barely did, we can split it up by the acts, like the first act, the second act,
or
and the
maybe
third.
we could do it by like a story, character, action.
Well, then we jump around. So like we can definitely talk about the characters. Like we'll split it up, but when we talk about the story, we'll split it up into acts.
Okay, alright, that's fair.
And then we'll talk we can talk about this is what I'm thinking. Talk about story first, split it up into acts, and then we talk about the character development throughout the movie, and then like everything, music, pacing, all stuff.
Okay.
So our next review will be a lot more organized.
Have you seen Coco yet?
I've not seen Coco yet. Yeah. So you just need to get your first date out of the way, and then double date it to Coco.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that concludes this review. Next week, we will once again be going over any news that we talk about. We're probably not going to see Coco this week, are we? Probably not. Okay, so we won't go over a movie review next week. We'll just keep it to news. Any teasers that come out, any movies that interest us, we'll keep our eyes open, and then the main subject of it will probably be going over the movie gradings. So I'll make that Excel sheet throughout the week, and then I'll send it, or I'll put it on the Gmail, the drive, and then you just go in and put in all your grades for it, and then we can just go over it next time and explain. Just do that. Cool. That's sweet. Alright, well, we have a couple videos that are going to be coming out on our YouTube channel, the All Bros channel. This week, on Wednesday, I'll release the one-shot that we shot for Rose's class. It's a Purge-themed one-shot. I thought we did a pretty good job on it. Then the next Wednesday, I will release a video, kind of a sadder story. We didn't get too much time to film it, so forgive any like crazy lighting issues that we had.
That's my fault.
Yeah, just give me a better heads up on your film projects.
My bad.
But that video is just called I'm Getting There. It's a story about grief and dealing with it, and I think it's pretty good. We are currently talking about working on a video just for us. We don't have a story yet, but we will be coming up with that over the next couple weeks. Probably won't be working on it for at least, or be officially working on filming and everything for at least a month, just while we come up with a story. So in the meantime, we will be releasing this podcast every week. Release date's going to differ from week to week, but just count on one being released every week. So if you liked us enough to listen to us this week and think that you have friends or family that might like to listen to us, we are on iTunes, we are on Google Play, we are on Stitcher. I don't know what Stitcher is, but we're on it. So go on and subscribe to us. We're also on Facebook and Twitter at the All Bros channel, and we are Also on YouTube, as I said earlier, the All Bros channel. I don't post very often, but I'm trying to get better at that, so I'll try to keep you guys better informed on when stuff will come out and when we record and all that fun stuff. So if you like us, go and subscribe, share, comment, send us anything that you think we would enjoy watching or something that we might enjoy talking about. And that being said, we will talk to you guys next week. Anything else to say, Rose? Gosh, you're so boring.
I'm tired. Hey, kiss my ass.
Gross. Alright, well, signing out, I am Caleb Hours.
I am Jones.
We will see you next week. Later,
Later,
bros. No, it's one at a time.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I say later, bros, and you say whatever you want after. So,
Okay.
later, bros.
Bye.
Gosh, you're the worst.